to record that, you know what I'm saying? Envious was good, my guy.
What's going on, bro?
Same shit, chilling, what's good?
What up, y'all?
This is Sparrow, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Same here, man.
Y'all gonna be seeing that soon. That should be out before this episode. We just finished 7 days with Envious, so make sure that y'all check that out. But what's good, Sparrow?
I like what
Yeah,
you're doing on the documentaries. I really do. I think, you know, there's nobody to tell the emergent stories, right? You have to be on a major platform for your story to be told.
Mm-hmm.
So to see you come in and give people who are working some spotlight and to give them that commercial feel with giving them a documentary, like it's something that the average Joe doesn't get, and you are seeing people working that probably can't get or probably not can't get it, but right now they don't have a VH1 documentary or you know, or MTV or BET or
like
whatever.
Like you said, they don't got somebody willing to like let me follow you, like you know what I'm saying?
But they are working, and there's so much potential in those artists. So that I give it up to you for that, man. That's
a fact, man. So oddly enough, I started the year with the Dolly Tyson documentary.
Yes, that was in April.
Yes, Mastering Your Pain. That was
Shout out to Dolly Tyson.
Yeah, that was like February, March, some shit like
March.
that. Yeah. So that was my first documentary ever. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always gonna give it up to her for giving me the opportunity to even do that for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the way it came out and the reception that I got, that's one of my proudest moments this year. So I'm double glad to be ending the year off the same way, you know what I'm saying? So, like you said, man, I just like to give people their spotlight. Hopefully one day somebody younger than me that followed me is gonna be like, yo, let me do the Dricanhippie documentary. You know what I'm saying?
It all come back.
That's a fact. Just because I said that, what's one of your proudest moments this year so far?
Being able to work with the WWE. I think that was like
that was one of my hating moments this year, but in a good way. I was like, oh, this nigga got to WrestleMania is fire.
Man, shout out to Sir Wilkins. You know, he got the Java Tears podcast. He looked out for me. Mm-hmm. And it just snowballed from there. So, you know, that was I was so proud of that moment because I didn't expect that. Like, it was so unexpected, and that trip actually changed my perception of a lot of what we do, how we do it, who we are, being in certain rooms with certain people and that you look up to. Mm-hmm. And you know, you see on some level they just working just as hard as you are. You know what I mean? So they got a goal too. So I think that I know for a fact that was my proudest moment on so many levels. Yeah.
And I don't know if you see it like how people might see it, but it's like you take the opportunity and run with it. If people give you an inch, you gonna take a mile, you know what I'm saying, in a good way, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, as soon as I get this opportunity, it's like up from here, you know what I'm saying? So, and you said some key words there when you said trickle down. So like another, like in my top 5 proud moments this year was getting to work with you.
Oh, wow.
So when I reached out to you and we did the interview, and you was like, yo, you deserve more than this shit right now, you know what I'm saying? And you hooked me up with certain shit, like, even though it didn't go through, he hooked up the email for me. He sent them the email for the Liberty for the finals so I could do media. They was like, yo, we can't this year, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, he did that for me. He was like, yo, Notch, I got the main day shit for you. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gave me mad opportunities this year that put me in a light and put me, like you saying, in a room with people that I don't like to say look up to, but that I watch, that I support. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with looking up to somebody.
Because I'll say it, but I wouldn't want to meet him and chill with him. I look up to Joe Buttons, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In this podcast shit, but I wouldn't want to meet my hero and be destroyed by him. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I don't want to, but I look up to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't lack it neither. Even people on my level, like I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like just the shit that you do, and then for you to say it, I didn't react how I'm supposed to, but you looking through the shit and you like, yo, I'm proud of you, bro.
No, I really am. Like you are. It's so interesting because I see your consistency from the outside. From the outside, I see your consistency. I see your risk taking. When you did that documentary, and you told me that you was doing the documentary, then you had the screening for. I was like, oh shit! Like this dude is really on it. He really has purpose. He really is reaching fulfillment. And today, you passed me a book that had all your ideas, and I swear to God, I was so taken back because I have the same book. I have the same shit. So it's like, oh, this is when they talk about energy and wavelength, like working with you is necessary, and vice versa, because we on the same wavelength. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but you are a strong music fan from the 90s and things like that. If you notice, a lot of people that were probably on our level during the 90s, as they grew together.
Yeah.
They got to the next level, not together, not like they were on the same team, but as time moved forward, they grew into another level, but they were in it together.
Yeah.
So it's always interesting to me to see, like when I'm at Hot 97, you see like Flex and all of the DJs from that time, they're there in the position that they're in, and they all work and grew together.
Yeah.
Media people, you see certain media people that do what we do, that was doing it for years. Mm-hmm. They're now in certain rooms together because they. So I think you and I are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
And for us working together, I think more to come for 2025. Like I definitely got myself set up. So anything that I have, I could throw at you because we should be in those rooms together. Yeah. And I often tell media people this. Sorry if I'm rambling.
Nah, do you?
I often tell media people this. Gatekeeping
trash.
Gatekeeping is trash, and let me tell you why. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because when you are in those rooms with those people, they know each other. Mm-hmm. They look out for each other. Mm-hmm. You want to be the one person in that room because you want to be with them when you could bring in your own 3 to 5 people.
That's a fact.
And be in those, and then everybody in the room comfortable. So, I've been places in the last 2 years where I'm the only one in the room because I got the invite, but I don't know nobody here. Mm-hmm. So, you reach out and you help, especially people like you that are working like you. Yeah. You're working and you're dedicated, you're committed.
I always took this, I don't want to say I created it, but I ran with it like 2-3 years ago. Mm-hmm. I love this phrase, create your own world. Yeah. Create your own world, and it don't matter if you got one person that fuck with you. Just keep going hard at that shit and do it as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? And just whatever happens. Like you said, both of us got 2020. I told you behind the scenes what I got for 2025. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the first 6 months planned out.
Just mapped out.
You know what I'm saying? And then what happens after that is the next 6 months planned out. So, yeah, man, I can't wait till we see each other and we got our own condos in Miami and we really doing media content and killing this shit on a higher level, you know what I'm saying? Yes. So that makes me proud. So I think that 2024 was like the spark and the start of that because we knew each other already, you know what I'm saying? But it's like when you grow up with your friends for like 20 years and then y'all finally understand it. And be like, yo, I gotta do my own thing so we all could win. Yeah. So me and you was on our journey, and it just so happened that the map hit Route 67, and we right there together driving next to each other. And it's like, yo, you got fucking gas? Yeah. You got fresh tires? Yo, let's do it, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's another proud. You know what I'm saying? That's another proud moment of mine is to like really be working with you and like the people that we got in common, they all doing big things as well. So it's just like shout out to Buck, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to 88. Y'all niggas is killing this year, bro. Y'all niggas, man, I don't know what to say. Really that nigga put foot to ground for real, bro.
You know what's interesting about the whole 88 campaign is that everything that he's doing right now, he said that he was gonna do. Everything, and that's just what is on the surface. But like he set on his ideas for maybe like a year and a half, and he would say, "Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that," and I would do that. Then the conversation went from I would want to do So this is how it's going to be done. This is when I'm going to start. You know, and like I'm watching him in awe.
Manifestation.
Yeah, like I'm watching him in so much awe. Like, damn, nigga, like now next do the lotto or some shit. You know what I mean?
Bro, one morning I was running, right? I did my run or whatever, and I'm walking down Myrtle. I ran into my man Manny. Shout out to my man Manny. I knew him since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about nothing less than life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got his family. We talk. So I had a little, a seed planted in me that morning, right? Boom. Now I start walking. Buck get off the 54. So now me and him talk about business. So that's another seed, right?
Yeah.
But he was like, what you saying, like that consistency shit in him. I was like, I'm just looking at him talking. I'm like, bro, like, I met you when you was young, bro. I love you, bro. Like the way that you move. And then he put a post up today. It was like mad old pictures of him, and then like his recent pictures and shit. And I'm like, I'm thinking about what you saying, like manifestation. And he's another part of this media shit that we talking about, like we growing together. And when we get to a certain point, it's gonna be like, yo, remember when we?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. So I love that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
That's a fact.
And it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? And it's a lot. Manifestation.
Yo, shout out to Torre. I ran into Torre, and I chopped it up with him for a couple minutes. He was walking in the park that I work out at. And
He
I
live
ran
over
into
there?
him. Yeah, I ran into him, and I was like, yo, da. I watch you, you know what I mean? Because we come from that era, like you saying, that era. And that's the fucking spider web that keeps us all together, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to that shit, man.
I saw that nigga at fucking, I think he was at Chelsea Fitness or something, and that nigga looked scared. I was like, nigga, I don't want nothing from you.
Nigga, yeah, you know what I'm saying, man? But, so what you got, besides this episode, you know what I'm saying, what you got planned to end this year?
Well, we're definitely gonna do the artists to watch list that we do every year. I was thinking about making that an actual episode. I'm still not sure about that, but I'm gonna release the artists to watch list. And this part of the year is reserved for like family. Yeah. So I don't really, when November hit, I don't really be outside like that. I don't do much. I invest that time into my family and being home a lot. So the only thing that was gonna carry me over into 2025. Right now was just the artist to watch list. Fire. 2025 artist to watch list.
I do the same thing. I take Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I take.